Now with our GMA cover story, a counterfeit Botox bust. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Kotursky joins us with those details. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Robin. Joey Luther is no doctor. He is not licensed to prescribe or inject Botox, but for almost 4 years, he ran a medical spa over in Hell's Kitchen where prosecutors said he knowingly imported fake Botox and injected it into his clients.
This morning, a warning about fake Botox after the arrest of New York City esthetician Joey Luther, who's accused of injecting clients with counterfeit Botox from China, even when he knew they were getting ill. Henry Callender says he was a client.
I felt like my body was like having an allergic reaction or something to the Botox in part of my forehead. And he said to just put like a cold compress on it.
The investigation began after a client complained of serious side effects and was diagnosed with botulism. When the client asked what exactly Luther had administered, court records said he falsely responded he injected brand name Botox when he actually used a counterfeit from China. Authorities seized a number of boxes destined for Luther's office. You can see the return address from China and a vial of fake Botox. Prosecutors quoted Luther telling one of his China-based suppliers the product caused all of these side effects for my clients, but he allegedly kept buying and using it even after he learned the clients had fallen ill or experienced strange symptoms.
Luther is now charged with smuggling, fraud, and dispensing misbranded drugs. He faces up to 20 years if convicted. Lara?
Aaron, thank you so much. This arrest follows last year's counterfeit Botox investigation with 17 cases spanning 9 states. Board-certified dermatologist Dr. Whitney Bowe is joining us now to get into this. It's really scary, Dr. Bowe.
It's awful. I mean, you want to be getting your Botox from a licensed medical professional, but that can change state by state depending on the rules and regulations. So in certain states, that means seeing a medical doctor like myself, but in other states, that can mean getting injected by a nurse practitioner, a physician's assistant, sometimes even an esthetician under the supervision of a medical doctor. But if someone offers to meet you in a hotel room or come to your home for a Botox party, that's a red flag. Another red flag is if the cost of the Botox is too good to be true. So typical Botox treatments range $300 to $600, but Lara, they can be much more expensive than that. And essentially, you're paying for 2 things. You're paying for the quality of the product, the authenticity of that product, right? But you're also paying for the experience of the person who's holding the syringe. And in my opinion, both of those things are equally important when it comes to mitigating risk, right?
We've done many stories about Botox gone wrong and now this. So what should our viewers look for if they think they might have been exposed to a counterfeit product?
So some signs and symptoms of counterfeit Botox include blurry vision, double vision, difficulty swallowing, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, slurred speech. So obviously, if you're experiencing any of those things, you want to immediately seek the attention of a medical doctor.
So scary because it's a strain, or explain it. It's botulism, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's when it's used the right way and it's being obtained through the right sources and injected in the right hands, this should be a very safe, stress-free procedure. Lara.
Okay, all right. And let's just get back to the very basics. Who is Botox really for? And like back to the beginning, for those who may be contemplating it, who is it truly for?
Well, there are medical and cosmetic indications, right? So medically, it can be used to treat migraines, hyperhidrosis, excessive sweating, hyperactive bladder. But aesthetically, which is how I'm injecting it most of the time in the office, it's really used to address things like fine lines, wrinkles. There's no right age, the angry 11s, the crow's feet. Usually when my patients are in their 30s and 40s, they start asking about Botox, Dysport, also very reputable, and they start to see those lines getting etched into the skin.
Okay, really important stuff to consider. Thank you so much. This case is shocking a lot of people, Dr. Bowe.